Tonight, our National Investigative Unit uncovers new allegations of child sexual abuse and decades-long cover-ups inside a religious organization in the United States. We've learned investigators from attorneys general offices in at least 3 states have been looking into the Jehovah's Witnesses church, and we want to warn you, the accusations are very disturbing. Mark Albert has led our year-long investigation.
These 13 men and women grew up as Jehovah's Witnesses.
How many of you are telling your story for the first time on television?
I feel honored to be in this room with all of these survivors.
Now all adults and living in different cities, we brought them together in California for the largest television group interview of its kind.
How many of you have thought about harming yourself? Oh my.
None of us had to be. It could have been. I could have had a different life.
So I was 6.
Cameron Torres says he and his mom told the leadership of his congregation, men known as elders, about being sexually abused.
And the elders didn't do anything. They said we would look into this. We'll take care of it. We'll leave it in God's hands.
And it's been a quarter century, and they haven't done anything.
More than 1 million followers of the religion hand out literature or have gone door to door trying to convince more people of an approaching apocalypse, and that in the resurrection, only true believers will be saved by Jehovah, their name for God. In a statement to the National Investigative Unit and in literature from May published online, the Jehovah's Witnesses called child abuse an especially repugnant, wicked deed, and say elders endeavor to comply with laws requiring allegations of child abuse be reported to authorities. But our investigation found that is not always true. Avoiding the police, followers, elders, memos, and hundreds of pages of court transcripts reveal was the expectation from the very top of the organization, now headquartered here about an hour north of New York City. These internal letters and documents from headquarters dating back 30 years directed its 13,000 congregations across the country to handle abuse claims internally, to send copies of files to headquarters, not police, in special blue envelopes, and to destroy documents laying out past policy.
Have you seen this letter dated July 1st, 1989?
Yes, this is the one about confidentiality.
Roger Bentley says he read and followed the written orders when he was a longtime elder. He now says he was blinded by the religion.
By learning of child abuse, even an allegation and not reporting it, that is covering up child abuse. That's not a tough question.
So if you had called the police, would it have been like going against God's word?
Sure, yes. Yes.
So it would be almost unthinkable for you to disobey the governing body and call the authorities.
Correct. I was complicit with an organization that really had a bad policy towards child sexual abuse.
Now authorities want to know more about that policy. The National Investigative Unit contacted the offices of all 50 state attorneys general in the United States. We've learned at least 3 have been looking into the Jehovah's Witnesses, contacting whistleblowers and followers who allege abuse. In Delaware, which reached a settlement reported here for the first time with a congregation in the city of Laurel to pay more than $19,000 and take a Stewards of Children training program after its elders failed to report alleged child abuse to authorities in violation of the state's mandatory reporter law. The congregation did not admit liability in that settlement. In California, which sent an investigator to meet with an alleged victim north of Los Angeles in April, who tells us she was threatened by elders with disfellowship if she reported her alleged abuser. And in Pennsylvania, which has now interviewed at least one person who alleges abuse when he was a child. Those interviews could be the precursor to opening a formal investigation or grand jury probe.
I suffered so much.
For Star Fall, scrutiny is needed.
This organization is a culture that doesn't protect your children. It's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous.
The Jehovah's Witnesses are fighting to keep secret a database containing the names of accused and convicted sexual abusers. That part of the story still ahead. In Washington, I'm Chief National Investigative Correspondent Mark Albert.
And you can watch the next part of our investigation. That's coming up at 5:30. Hear from a victim and a juror in the 2 biggest verdicts against the church in U.S. history.